10 strangest things about the UK. The UK is one of those places where ordinary life feels perfectly normal to locals, but absolutely mind-boggling to visitors. It's a nation packed with lovable quirks, quiet traditions, and tiny everyday mysteries that make people smile, laugh, or scratch their heads. From the way Brits speak to the way they queue, everything comes with its own charming pattern. In this fun and engaging guide, we explore the 10 strangest things about the UK, the habits, customs, and curiosities that make Britain truly unique. 10. Saying sorry for absolutely everything. One of the most puzzling yet endearing habits in the UK is the almost automatic use of the word sorry. It can slip out in situations where no apology is required. Someone steps on your foot, you say sorry. You brush past someone, another sorry. It's less about guilt and more about keeping the peace. British politeness relies on softening interactions, avoiding confrontation, and maintaining smooth social flow. It's an unspoken rule of everyday life. You'll hear sorry dozens of times a day, especially in busy places like London, Manchester, Leeds, and Glasgow. This cultural quirk is so strong that surveys show Brits apologise more than many nations. It's not a weakness. It's simply a social lubricant that keeps life moving gently. For newcomers, it feels strange at first, but soon it becomes second nature. 9. Calling teachers Sir or Miss. In most countries, students address teachers using Mr. or Ms. followed by the surname. But in many UK schools, especially secondary schools, pupils simply say Sir for male teachers and Miss for female teachers, regardless of marital status. This tradition has deep roots in British schooling. It's polite, efficient, and widely understood. Even teachers who introduce themselves by surname often find students defaulting back to Sir and Miss out of habit. To locals, it's normal. To newcomers, it feels formal and unusual. Interestingly, this custom is still common nationwide, from England to Scotland and Wales. It's a fascinating peek into the structure of British education and classroom culture. 8. The two taps mystery, hot and cold separately. Visitors always notice this one immediately. Two separate taps in many British bathrooms and kitchens. One tap pours water so hot it can nearly boil. The other delivers freezing, icy cold water. Mixing them? You either juggle your hands between the two or plug the sink and swirl them together. This system comes from older plumbing regulations designed to keep hot water tanks separate from drinking water. While modern homes increasingly use mixer taps, countless older properties across the UK still have the classic dual tap layout. It feels quirky, sometimes inconvenient, but it's a genuine part of British household identity, especially in traditional cottages, Victorian terraces, and pre-1970s homes. 7. Using "you all right" as a greeting. In the UK, "you all right" or "all right" is not a question. It's a greeting. It means hello, but with a friendly twist. Many visitors respond with long explanations like, "Yes, I'm okay, why?" which leaves locals confused. The key thing to understand is that it doesn't require a detailed reply. A simple, "Yeah, you," or even just "all right" back is perfect. It's a social ritual, warm and effortless. This greeting is especially common in England. Londoners use it casually, Northerners use it cheerfully, and almost everyone uses it daily. It's one of those tiny UK expressions that instantly reveals who's local and who's new. 6. Houses with names instead of numbers. Walk around any British village or countryside lane and you'll see houses named like characters from a classic novel. The Willows, Rose Cottage, Hillview, the Old Bakery, Sunnyside, and so on. Many homes don't even have numbers. This tradition goes back centuries. Before numbered postal systems existed, homes were identified by who owned them, what they looked like, or what sat nearby: a hill, a tree, a mill. Over time, These names became official and charmingly permanent. Even today, Royal Mail recognises house names as valid postal addresses. You'll still see plaques hanging proudly by the door, lovingly painted or carved into wood or stone. It's wholesome, whimsical, and very British. And yes, delivery drivers often struggle the first time they visit. 5. Tea at any hour. Truly, any hour. Tea is practically the heartbeat of the UK. It's not just a drink, it's a comfort, a routine, a mood stabiliser, and a social tool. If something good happens, make tea. If something bad happens, make tea. If someone visits, tea. If you're tired, tea. If you're awake at 3 a.m, well, still tea. Brits drink over 100 million cups of tea a day. The varieties are endless. English breakfast, Earl Grey, Yorkshire tea, PG tips, Darjeeling, Assam, and countless herbal blends. Beyond the numbers, tea carries emotional value. It's often the first thing offered in homes. It smooths stress, anchors conversations, and brings a quiet peace to chaotic days. It's one of the most recognised symbols of British culture on YouTube, in travel videos, and across Google searches. 4. Roundabouts everywhere, even tiny ones. Roundabouts are a British trademark. The UK uses more roundabouts per mile of road than many other countries. Some are large and complex. Others are so small they're barely bigger than a pizza. And then there's the legendary Magic Roundabout in Swindon. 5 roundabouts connected in a circle. Why so many? Roundabouts help manage traffic efficiently, reduce collisions, and keep cars flowing. Over the years, they've become such a part of British driving life that even small residential streets sometimes have mini roundabouts painted on the ground. To visitors, they can be intimidating. To locals, they're just another Tuesday. 3. Talking about the weather like it's breaking news. If you want to start a friendly chat in the UK, say something about the weather. Any weather. Rain, clouds, sun, wind. Anything will do. The UK has a maritime climate, meaning the weather changes quickly and unpredictably. Sunshine in the morning, rain by lunch, fog in the afternoon. It keeps everyone guessing. Because of this, weather talk is the nation's social glue. It's safe, polite, and universal. People bond over it at bus stops, in lifts, in shops, and while waiting in queues. It's not really about the sky, it's about connection. 2. The sacred art of queuing. People joke that queuing is a British sport, but honestly, it's not far from the truth. The UK has some of the most orderly queue traditions in the world. People line up neatly at supermarkets, bus stops, cinemas, post offices. Anywhere waiting is required. Cutting the queue? Absolutely unacceptable. Instead, Brits form quiet, organised lines without instruction. Even if there's no sign, no rope, and no visible order, people instinctively create a queue. It's a cultural marker of fairness, respect, and patience. The British queue is respected everywhere, from small villages to the busiest streets in London. 1. The bathroom light switch. Being outside the bathroom. Topping the list of strange UK habits is something that confuses almost every visitor. The bathroom light switch is usually outside the bathroom, or it's a pull cord hanging from the ceiling inside. This custom comes from older electrical safety practices. Bathrooms are wet, humid spaces, so switches were kept outside to reduce the risk of shocks. Even though modern electrical standards are safer, the tradition remains widespread. It's one of those quirks you only notice when you close the door, and suddenly realise you're standing in darkness. But once you get used to it, it becomes charmingly familiar. Just another detail that makes British homes uniquely British. The UK is filled with small wonders, quirky habits, historic customs, and everyday traditions that make life amusing, charming, and undeniably unique. These 10 strangest things about the UK show how culture, history and humour mix to create a place unlike anywhere else. That's what makes Britain unforgettable. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notifications.